Hello, welcome to the Road to 56 mod for Hearts of Iron 4. This stage, playing again as the Republic of Honduras, or what will become the Banana Empire, because I've honestly found this to be going down the old history fascist path for Honduras to be surprisingly fun. Anyway, let's start off by getting the economy out of the way, get some construction out of the way because we have bugger all industry. Being this because it really annoys me that it isn't connected. Yeah, it's just me being picky. And do our usual, we'll start with research.
¡Atención!
Bring us up against El Salvador because we are going to be going after them first. Get all this Mayo stuff out of the way. It's such an annoying that I have to keep doing this at the start. Also gonna need these. Dun, 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 dun. At least these don't require X anymore. Main reason I want to have guns and support equipment is we currently do need them for this crappy residential honor guard thing. We'll also need it for this infantry brigade, which is probably going to be our main one for a while. For these, we just need guns. I am building them, but... And I also have the... base. You know what? I'm gonna... Actually, no, I'm not gonna sell them off because I actually do need them. Right, so... Plan is to basically go down through these to gain some industry to start with, then burn soldiers to get some extra rural population, extra army XP, then go down the political. The way this tree works is the United Fruit Company takes over the country entirely, allows us to maybe deal with this banana republic thing we have, and then demand that the US not guaranteed some of these little countries. It's surprisingly fun. There is a chance that they will just roll over, a chance that they'll say fuck off and force us to take them. We can also purchase Belize and the Panama Canal. A few times I've actually had this be rejected, which is unexpected. And we can go and become the Banana Empire. And then expand into Ecuador and Colombia. That's what I'm going to be trying doing. And then we will see how badly this goes. So, economy's out of the way. Let's just construct some new roads and stuff. We'll save that research bonus for concentrated industry because we will need that. Trees. We're already done. And then I'm also going to save a slot. This queued up because I will need it for radar. So the units we have are not good. Literally, the only thing this has going for it is that it takes only 80 days to train it up, but I can't add more militia. You can add infantry, but it will push the training time up to 90 days, in which case I may as well just go with this from the get-go. But, by the way, because I ain't got the population for it. As far as I just probably go with the silent workhorse. Just too good to pass up. Yep, that's right. Create an arms industry to start building up so we can start getting our support equipment up. And then I'll press these out. Trucks over trains because I can just wire them by conquests. Right there, so I'll go for mechanical computing. Just actually no, let's start getting some very cheap, crappy destroyers because from previous playthroughs I found trying to push through the Darien Gap here, this one tile is an utter fracking nightmare. Like in real life, the Pan American Highway does not go through here at all. It stops around Panama here. The train is just that rough. Yeah. We're actually demoing my house, so I may as well get them. The reason why I'm putting these two at the last is because they make our equipment more expensive, and defense and heart attack isn't going to be too much of an issue for us. We're mostly going to be fighting infantry. Now, I can always keep flipping through these things a lot. Right, artillery again, soft attack, breakthrough, because we're going to be going on the attack. Not really sure how much of a difference it makes here, but I'm going to go with it anyway. Go with this because extra breakthrough, too good to pass up. Brains and stuff. Go with this because it means they size up quicker. Then double back here and make sure and go through all the support equipment because that's going to be the most expensive thing. I'm always sure of that. Reliable trucks. We have very bad terrain, so more reliable they are, the less likely we are to lose them. Then extra breakthrough, that's just a precursor to this, lower fuel usage. Even if I don't actually use the trucks as trucks, as motorized infantry, I can still at least get something. It's probably better to have it and not need it as well. Now, let's start with the air guy because we do need planes. And the planes we are going with are just going to be fighters that will eventually merge into close air support. We're not going to be going up against a lot of enemy planes, but I'm just going to make them very cheap, crappy multi-purpose fighter. So, light machine guns. No. Bomb locks. We're doing good. Well, I'm probably not going to be using these for what you call them, for anti-ship missions. So a small bomb bay would probably give me a bit more here. I almost always go with bomb locks, but we'll see how it works. Too expensive. So actually leave that. Next bit of political power will be going to probably army division defense because it means we can shrug off damage on the defense and shrug it off on the attack. I can probably light machine guns, full Bombay, and light air. Oh, it's actually going to be too heavy for this. Alright, this'll do. Here. I'm going to be very short of resources from all this, but has to be done. Expand our arms industry after this. Well, I don't say it has to be done. I could just play it peacefully, but there's the fun in that. Right, for planes, speed and agility, production efficiency, agility, speed, and agility. Agility is key in this. But then I'll go into close air support specialization because that's kind of what we're going to be going with here. Fighters that can do CAS. Construction 2. The destroyers I'm going to be going with are just basic roaches. One single turret, one basic torpedo, and that's it. They're just gonna, and I'm going to spam about 20 of them, say in this area, just in case I do need to naval invade Panama, and then invade here. And I should probably get Marines now as I think about it. Usually when I'm playing this game, I play as a democratic country aligned with the Allies, which usually means playing as Ireland and doing supply work. Or I think I have a recent playthrough where I played as the Kingdom of Scandinavia. Norway, Sweden, Norway, Finland, Denmark, Iceland, all in one country. Just sitting here and daring the Moustache Man to send his sycophants at us. That's pretty much where I play best, offensively. So in this case, I'm going to be going offensively and against countries that are weaker than me. I don't know what that says about me. Probably nothing good. After concentrating industry 1, I'm going to go and get steel production because from previous playthroughs I know I'm going to be very short of this for a while. We'll go down here to get the extra research slot because 3 is just horrifically slow. It means I'll also have time to build up my industry a bit more. The reason I want to go with this stuff out of the way first is I'm currently on the civilian economy. There's no penalty to building for them, or this, or steel mills, aluminium mills. Currently, I have nothing really going for me except, well, nothing really much. But Guatemala does have a dam. Looks tempting, but that's a while away. So yeah. Since I'm already gaining XP for that, I'm just use my political power to go for improved worker conditions because the stability is just what we need right now. Factory output is minuscule at this point in the game, and with such little industry, it doesn't make a difference. Such a small amount of industry and stuff that we don't actually anyway. Olympics going on as usual. Right, next thing will probably be, I did say I was gonna get these basic torpedoes. I'm gonna get them out of the way now, even if I can't build anything yet. Still worth doing. And a couple of dockyards. Yeah, I can't use the artillery for anything yet, but doesn't matter. The reason I'm going with this is production output is key for just about any kind of ship, and we need the production output as fast as possible. But I can afford to wait until I actually have that up to 3. But that's a while away. Once I get this up to... Actually, I could just add a artillery division on here. 15 width isn't too bad. Although there is the penalty and movement penalty in most of these things. Not too bad though, I may as well just have it. I know support artillery is the single best thing in the game. Support company, but I don't have the XP for it really. And by the time I'm actually able to build those, I should have a stockpile of these built up. So currently the way most of these countries in Latin America work is they're all under the Monroe Doctrine. So the US says if anyone attacks you from outside, we will come and protect you. However, if it's internally between us and Nicaragua, El Salvador, Guatemala, whatever, that's an internal thing, not their problem. Start doing up these air transports because we will need them later. Right. 2 so I can build more. Honduras needs more steel. So slowly.
¡Listo, señor!
May as well do this now because this will start ticking up, but not for a while. Right. I haven't designed those yet. I'll just sell my old toys as is. Probably should have done it at the start of the game, but hey. I will need to get the excavation out of the way because we are going to need that as well. Do I go with... Yeah, I'm going to go with the army defense guy because we will need extra defense. There, and we can start taking up our XP. That's good. After this, I'm going to go into the M1 Garand, just get some basic weaponry because we can do 3 soft attack, 20 defense, 2 breakthrough. This doubles it. Probably going to be ahead of what the other guys have going for them. After this, get some extra rural population and some XP. Let's start examining the political climate about it. I haven't looked up the full details of the history of Honduras or the United Fruit Company, but they did do a coup sometime in the early 30s, before the game was set up, before the game starts. Yeah, and the overthrow, the focus actually over the country, outright says this won't be the first United Fruit sponsored coup in Honduras, but it might be the last. Yeah, they really were not good guys when playing it, because I want to play as a villain protagonist. Get some physical flash and immediately start wasting it on input. Now, on the industry, let's look at aluminium production. We're going to need it at some point. But I was saving it. Ooh. So, next part I'm going to spend on assigned work because these guys will pay for themselves relatively quickly. Especially when we have limited political power to go with. Then probably go with a financial expert to lower our consumer goods. And then possibly exclusive gentleman, depending on spy agencies and stuff. The devs are going to be doing some of the base game. We're going to be doing some bit changes to the naval tree and the naval side of things. Bit of a joke that recurring joke that nobody in this game knows how the naval system really works. Be interesting to see how that works for minor nations because I tend to play minors a lot. We gotta start ticking up. We're currently getting 19 a month. How many need?
Listo, señor.
We still need a bit more manpower for this guy. It's getting. Oh, we finally are no longer in a deficit, and there was much rejoicing. Actually, by the time I have this, by the time I've actually got this completed, I may even have the political power to gain Silent Workhorse and the Chief of Navy, but we'll see. As far as the Chief of Navy goes, this guy's probably more useful to me because, oh, that's unexpected. I'm not going to be getting carriers. Finland, Sweden, Norway in a mutual defense alliance. Did not see that. Wonder what else is going to change. Stash Man's probably going to do his usual shite. As far as planes go, I'm gonna go with operational integrity because I'm not gonna really have strategic bombing. I might get tactical bombers later, but this is gonna buff fighters, which we do have, especially this fighters extra agility. Agility is good. And then go for support 30, basically some medium guns, light mortars, medium mortars. And the great thing about this mod is I can actually upgrade existing guns to the new version. It does also save on this. Workhorse? And really go with the ground battle plan because yes, logistical focus, less supplies, less fuel. It's too good to pass up. As far as Spirit of the Army goes, I might go with state service in the military just for the extra stability modifier and cheaper conscription, or possibly this for the extra naval invasion capacity. For Spirit of the Academy, probably theatre training because terrain XP is very useful on this. Which I can actually gain. I should start putting some regular infantry on these guys. This requires 6,000 manpower. I'm gonna do this because we can actually gain manpower this way. Internships with the United Cruise Defense Division will look great on a lot of young people's CVs. And some American mercenaries. Yeah, from all the Great Depression. Let's build another one of these. Guess nobody has bought these. Oh, take them back onto the market. One thing we can do eventually at some point with all this is sell our banana boats for kind of a production boost. It's literally called banana boat diplomacy. Yep, America's doing the usual thing. Usual there. Are we going to see the Nordics go to war with the Soviet Union? And are they... Last time I saw that happen, they got their arses handed to them. Yeah. I am not in any hurry to get involved in that. Oh. Amelia Earhart disappears. Not yet.
¡Listo, señor!
Get this out of the way just so I can start getting some XP and full United Fruit Company takeover. The United Fruit Company has been operating in Honduras since 1899 when it acquired 7 local banana producers and began exporting bananas to New Orleans. Since then, the United Fruit Company has become increasingly involved in Honduran politics. It might be time to consider the benefits of a total takeover by United Fruit. That doesn't sound ominous at all. Yep, we've got about as far as we can with that, so we can't really go any further. They're pretty short of everything. Storage. Thorough because we will have engineers, and I'll probably double back and get recon because they'll buff our movement speed, and with a certain researchable tech and sniper teams, we can actually buff our infantry soft attack. Also, at some point down in the ground battle plan tree, we have this, which means that cavalry recon will buff it even further. It's such a simple thing. I don't know why it's so useless in the base game. Let's look at sniper teams now, because that's going to track with the evil mega corporation using snipers to pick protesters. Hey, cynical. Right, so next I'm gonna see if I leave my political power into maybe gaining some extra army. Actually, I'll go for this because consumer goods production not gonna be worth too much now, but I think it's going to pay off in the long run. We don't get any extra factories because we have so few, but it'll pay off eventually. Oil experiments, because I will need to get down here for rubber plants. Tip of the spear. We need to send in our own marines. No, we can't support this yet, but we are going to be gaining. This is going to tick up eventually that we can do it. But right, this is invite Samuel Zimuri. He has been the unofficial head of the United Fruit Company since 1932. Has played an active part in Honduran politics for more than 20 years. This involvement included planning a coup that gave Manuel Bonilla the presidency. But that was the guy before Carrios. This guy. Ah yes, branch into Pen Spirit. Always go with this if you can. The base game it only increases by 0.1 a day. In Road to 56 it's 0.2. It basically means we're getting a nice round 0.5 experience a day. That's not to be sneezed at. I've got Recon Company. I'm actually going to go and get some better engines and then range improvements for the planes because I'm going to need them. Only so I can put better guns on these heavy machine guns instead of light ones. Oh. Company loyalty because it'll help loyalty a bit. Party stability modifier increases. We don't have a lot of stability, so I do need to watch. Now, reach out to the American business community because overthrowing a government ain't cheap. I will have some extra political. I'll probably have enough to go for cultural norms, which is going to buff just about everything in a decent way, just by a little bit. Good thing is that all of these are short ones. Not recognize this music. Wildlife surroundings. I don't remember if that's from the base game or the module or whatever. Means we'll get full motorized out of the way because it's just too good to pass up.
Sí, señor.
I get some internships just so we get some extra recruitable population. Army XP is nice to have, but not strictly needed. Fascism support or corporate support is probably useful. Desert and jungle clothing, get this out of the way now. Yes. Every time I start to record something with my camera on, my nose starts itching. Has anyone else ever had that happen to them? Then range up improvements because we have a lot of ground to cover, especially with the shitty planes we've got. And once I've got the XP, logistical focus, because supply, fuel consumption lowered. You bet I'm gonna go with that. Never actually designed my these, did I? Basic torpedo, basically, basic anti-air. And actually, for these entirely, I'll leave them just because they're useful to. And let's just go 50 or so. Actually, no, just another 10. Then go into these. This is going to cost a lot of steel, but not much I can really do about that until these are finished. So yeah, the next bit of political power I'm getting is going to be for partial mobilization or centralized control. It helps fighters, or just in general, helps offset range penalties. Overthrowing the government, we are going to establish the United Fruit Security Division. Improve our production methods, merge with the CA to get rid of some extra Navy XP wouldn't be bad. This would be helpful. And then this. Convoys are cheaper. Not to like. Almost there. Finally, this is ticking up. Could reconstitute the Federal Republic. That's actually quite easy to do. I'm just not going to bother for a while. I need to throw the government first. Yeah, it's starting to mobilize a little bit. See, we're still about 1,200 short. Like that 1,000. Use the deployment now. I know they're not at full strength, but ooh. I get this afterwards because the resources penalty is going to bite us a lot if we get our resources up and running. Actually, you could go with this now because resource gain efficiency. United Fruit Company takeover in Honduras. Well, I've already said this part, but this latest move by the company is an escalation of their involvement in the country. It seems the United Fruit Company has done a full takeover of the small Latin American country. What this entails for the rest of Central America, no one knows. It's just business. No idea what accent it's supposed to be. Yes. Let's go focus. And I'm start well, maybe not buffing our artillery yet, but buffing our infantry in general. Because this will buff everything, every division we have. Oh, I'll keep. Drop tanks. Look how much they buffs the range by. Granted, it's not much with these, but after this is done, I'll start researching Marines because we are going to need them. We do even have a couple of dedicated focuses to this. That's it. In the fields. I tend to flip around along these things a lot. Does this actually annoy anyone who's watching?
Firme.
Gotta get this out of the way first because we need to sort out our industry a bit better. It sucks.
Instrucciones.
Deal we are. Those who boot from this is gonna be so. Then go into this. As far as naval doctrines go, I'm gonna go with Fleet and Beam because I'm gonna be going in on Roach destroyers, and there's a lot here that buff destroyers. There's less here. There's a small amount here, but I'm not gonna be using carriers. Might go for heavy cruisers as my heavy ship, and they will be affected by the Fleet and Beam stuff. Excuse me.
Listo. Listo.
This to take up this. I'll probably queue up 2 of these. More recon them. Doesn't cost too much in terms of manpower and equipment right now. Finish. Will give me another 4 steel. Wonder how much of that is going to go for export. Ooh. The infrastructure and railway here is going to be useless, but the stability, we like that. And of all these guys, I think the only one who's useful is the air superiority. I'll probably get more viruses as I go, but... No. out of the way. Start buffing our artillery a bit better because we dash. We'll spend the XP power now on getting a naval theorist because this will also buff our marine doctrines, which we are going to be using a lot. Actually, I should start researching them. Already am. Honestly, mine like a sieve sometimes. Need more dockyards. Be for the Great White Fleet. Cruise liner should probably be, takes civilians to various United Fruit properties and shows them the bright side of working for United Fruit. Yeah, of course, tourists can only see small parts of our plantation, but they leave with a better perception of us and our operations. I am getting so many ideas for the historical fantasy series I'm working on called Disaster Zone. That's basically set in pre-World War I Ireland, and there's a dwarven mega corporation called the Connacht Trading Company, which is basically East India Company or United Fruit, but in the dwarven cities underneath Ireland. I can't imagine why that came to mind. Oh, we actually have a ship now. And there goes the Norwegian resistance from the... Honestly, I think that's one of the best soundtracks in the entire game. Nice. Please. Marines, ready to go. How's that go? Hoorah! Hoorah! I don't know. Nice. I think I'm gonna go into the concentrated industry just for the extra slots and extra output and everything.
Listo, señor.
Yeah, it could go to partial mobilization now because we have the support for it. Might as well. I know this is a little ahead of time, but I think it'll work out. Got two of these. I think we're a bit short of manpower for one of them, but I think we can go with it. I mean, we're still mobilizing, so we're going to have the people for it. I'm gonna go with naval refit, or actually, I'll go with refit yards because we don't have many to spare, and when I'm repairing ships, I want them back out at sea as quickly as possible. Even if they're not great, I would still prefer them that way. Can't actually build any of those right now, so it's more of a nice to have for future reference. It would be nice if this did add a military factory. That's minor. Instilled aggression, I want them to do as much damage as possible before we get sunk. 3. Again, it's a little bit ahead of time, but it's not too big of an issue. Then basic rubber plant, because I will need rubber for me planes. And for the trucks, but the trucks are only for... supplies.
Avanzar.
Okay, for ladies and gentlemen. Not ideological. Right, banana boat mass production. The banana boats are the ships that we use to transport bananas from Central America to the rest of the world. Almost all of our economic and security operations rely on these ships, and we should mass produce these ships. Our banana boats will outshine any major power's merchant marine within a few years. Yeah. Right. No one can question United Fruit's hatred of me over Central America, but we finally won the hearts and minds of the local population. At the very least, we can claim that we're working in the people's best interests while making record profits. Keep tasting that corporate propaganda, you gobshite.
Atención.
Now we're short of manpower, but oh, that's decreasing. I just need to start getting radios, I think. Yeah, and this will be handy for dealing with naval invasions, because we may have to do them into Panama. Just maybe. We also may have to do them into Colombia, Ecuador, but we shall see. Right, enough of this boosting around with our economy. We need to push. Get some extra weapons from some, I need to know, by American firms. I can't English today. Haven't got the population to train them up, so I'm gonna leave that for now. Just have a go. Is there nothing here?
Atento.
And about diplomacy. That's what I want to see. So for a few days we gain less requirements on these, which it's not that much at the moment. But our production efficiency is going to grow a fair bit. That's what we want. Another ship. Right. Marines now have pioneers. Sec. Sorry about that. Just a little little family message. Right. Prepare for corporate consolidation. Gain some base war support. Now that United Fruit has a capable defense force, it is time to think about consolidating our holdings in other countries. By applying pressure in the right places, we can establish control over Central America. However, the world will see us as an aggressor, and the American government You justify his protection of it. Well, we shall see how this goes.
Listo, señor.
To get another person there. Probably not. And I'm just going to save all this because elsewhere under corporate diplomacy we can now get mandatory fun days. Well, once I've finished with this corporate consolidation thingamajig. Right, go for El Salvador, then Nicaragua, then Guatemala. Could be easy enough. Famous last words, I know. Wow, with our one destroyer, we have 100% naval supremacy over the Caribbean Sea. I probably shouldn't find that as funny as I do. Rules. Okay, not yet because I don't need it. Not going to go to extensive conscription yet because the training time is just a pain in the arse, and I'm going to gain a core on this, and I'm going through all these focuses, which means I will gain that population. Ha 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 ha. And no, I don't know why there's a cat picture down there. I think that's something Road to 56 had recently. Oh, the team building exercise. Management has noticed a lot of droopy shoulders around the office and has thought of an innovative way to improve company morale. We can take our employees on an outing and have them participate in activities to get to know each other better and bond over their love of the United Fruit Company. Participation and fun are, of course, mandatory, especially that last one. So every week we gain an extra piece of that. Perfect. We do it, see about getting in radios as well. Can't believe I haven't done that. Alright, I'm gonna go with business interest because that seems more what we're doing here. Actually, excavation 3, I will need that. No, go business.
Listo.
The way I'm going to do this is push this lot in here, have these guys go on support, and then wait until they push in. Then we
Sí, señor.
then we swarm them. They go up to a war economy. Need more than 50% support. I'll probably have that by the time we've there's a bit of family things going on in the background. Let's do merge you two.
Listo.
The Salvadoran government has refused our demands. They refuse to submit to corporate hostile rule. Let's show them the power of the corporate state.
Órdenes.
Charge! Right, after this, that should be done by the time we're finished, but do I want to go through this yet? Expand our industrial base, just gain some extra factories. Because we do need them, and we need to get all our stuff up. It could allow us to actually build a spy agency, or I mean our business intelligence unit. That is what I'm going to be calling them.
Están retrocediendo, señor.
Hey,
¡Avancen!
Charge! Wipe them all out. Oh jeez, that was... Yeah, I could have just gone straight to this.
Firme.
Trains, guns, trucks, planes. What more do we want? And a small navy. What these got? Nothing I can reuse there, so you guys may as well train up. Right, so what have we got? Oh, I can actually create spy agency. Doesn't that sound like such a
Atento.
dystopian corp of cyberpunk thing? Business intelligence unit for a spy agency. I know I'm going to be short of manpower after this, but sometimes they actually roll over and submit. Hey, more of these. That's perfect. And of course, the mandatory building half these railways together because they aren't joined up, which is such a pain in my arse. Extract tungsten from El Salvador because we do need that for artillery. Start getting planes. I'm going to start putting more factories into support equipment and guns because I know we are going to run short of them soon. Let me go with these because we do need jungle warfare. That's our specialty. Now, there's a gentleman. Not the extra slots really, it's more just be able to get through these things quicker. But as a spy agent, spy is never a bad thing. They had a faction? What the hell? Yeah, I'll put this up quicker because I don't see why I should use convoys to go around when I can just build a railway. The main thing I want here, not yet. Right, Nicaragua.
Atento. Órdenes.
The good thing about this guy is he is a militia officer, so our militia are going to be a little less crap. I don't care if these guys aren't fully trained up. I just need the ability to make them submit through sheer numbers. war economy. We get the physical power. Once these guys are trained up, I'm going to merge them in with here to give them a single unit. This is going to be where the most of their fleet is if they have one. Ooh, Mons of Ribbentrop fact. That's not good! Great mark. Some more excavation stuff done. Better planes so we can actually use those lighter ones that we acquired. This is used to me. It's a Mayo I can't use. Right. Go. Research speed, plus it'll mean we can build this thing a little bit quicker. Right, security operations take priority. Or do anything else. Get rid of the engineers. I know we don't need them for anything yet, but... Right, this time... Oh. Well, that was unexpected. Yeah, sometimes they just fold. Now. It's up at max because I will need it. Safe hacker might be useful for industrial espionage. Yep, that's pretty much as expected.
Sí, señor.
Where did the Ona Presidenciale? For occupying San Salvador, you will be granted the Medal for Bravery. Extra organization, that's nice to have. English is hard. Oh yeah, this out of the way because I will need that for naval invasions later. No. Old planes to use up, I'm perfectly fine with that. Come on, close air support because that's probably going to be more useful to us than fighters for this thing. Okay. Seems like having a large army scares people off. Who knew? So, expand to Costa Rica, then start actually, while I'm at it, cozy up to the Brits and the Yanks. Put some diplomatic pressure on them to try and make it a little more palatable. Why not give us the blue or something? Protection, good. Lots of these to sell off. Ooh, Guatemala melting. We need that. More steel. Communications, because we do have some archipelago stuff over here. Not help. Right. Another piece over on this side. Another four here.
Instrucciones.
Help with them. Ran out of political power. Whoops. Well, that was pretty stupid. Oh god, I am an idiot.
Firme.
I can't recruit a scientist either. Boom. The Costa Rican government refuses to submit. How dare they? We'll destroy their government just as we destroyed Atlantic Cruise.
Atención.
You're the boss our bananas, you bastards. Right. Let's try this again. Another research slot? Might not be a bad idea.
Seguimos avanzando. Atento.
Right, let's this. Let's turn this on. Probably guns. Put the rest of these over here in San Salvador. Like 8 of them there. here and just
Firme.
should be able to purchase Belize after a while. I'm gonna start closing up to these guys again. Does consume a lot of electrical power per day, but there's not much I can really do about it. Why don't you do something about this fuel?
¡Órdenes!
Right. Switch all these over to the infantry division and maybe swap to engineer is probably good for dealing with rivers and forts. I might save him for the Marines. Not gonna sign a field marshal yet because we can get the man himself, our boss, as the okay. Quite a lot of equipment we need to use up there, but it's worth it. Now, Marines. Support artillery. Probably motorized recon because I can't afford tanks yet. For now. About 6 of these, I will build more of them. No limits. Yeah, and we're doing this stuff. Oh, we are so short of steel. And aluminium and everything. Oh, we are short of everything. Get those out of the way because I will need them. Aluminium in Costa Rica. Yes, I think that's going to be worth doing. Where was I? I'll probably get oil from a few places around here. Oh, we can purchase Belize. If that doesn't go, meh, not the end of the world. Let's save that until we have 4 heavy machine guns. Rica. This as well. last time I was playing this, the US refused to let me buy the Panama Canal. Dare they? Well, we're not going to sell them any of their bananas. Yeah, but yeah, that's always worth going for. Oh, that good. Oh, I did. Good. Off them talking rights. If this doesn't happen, it's just going to be a minor nuisance. Well, this isn't going to be too much of an issue because we can just bypass these with focuses. I gotta try purchasing the canal and then incorporate Panama, because if I can do this right, I can just sit here and let them come to me. We'll go with this because engineer kind of fits with Marines. Let's start treating yourselves up. And scavenger might be useful for keeping them in the field. Do a little bit of lending to these guys. Oh, or... Keep them a little bit sweet. Right, 10 more days and we shall see how that works. Oh, much obliged. Right, let's see if we can't purchase the Panama Canal.
¡Listo para avanzar!
USSR doing their usual thing there. I probably could afford scientists over. It's one that costs more. Yep, that's pretty much as expected.
Sí, señor.
Here's... That's a research speed, we will need it. Become goods.
Atento!
Let's prep for this. Just in case they try to ignore our reasonable suggestions. We'll save that up for now because I will need the XP for other things. So after incorporation of the Panama Canal, I'm actually going to go down here to try and get a cost reduction for our Marines. I'll just save up my political power. It's not like we're... The fruit must flow. Well, that helps. So...
Sí, señor.
let's see if we can't just bully them further. That feels so wrong just saying that. But that's kind of what I'm doing here, isn't it? Right, stop improving relations. Start prepping for pushing into south.
Atento!
Yep, that's pretty much as expected. Start designing better planes. These are already have better range. Darn, too heavy. Still too heavy. Four lights it is then.
Atención. Atención.
Does it really make any difference there? I don't think so. Well, I'm gonna assign these guys to the Marines because they might actually need the close air support more. What's there? Just another 15 days, so another 2 weeks, and we shall see if these guys fold. Adlands has capitulated as expected. was way too easy.
Instrucciones.
So, you guys go here.
Sí,
You
señor.
guys... prepare for attack on Cartagena. Now... right, go down and get the boss. And then start considering what I'm doing next, because I really did not expect this to go as easily as I did. Wow. Need excavation 4 for that, so... another one up here in Guatemala, and... well, I've been at this for about an hour and a half. It's quite a lot of setup for what's going to be a corporate takeover of the world. Probably get some more Marines in there. Oh, boo. Anyway, I'm going to leave this episode here, and if you think this is worth following, leave a comment in the below. Maybe tip me on Patreon, Ko-fi, whatever. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.